I think it is useful to speak to some people's concerns about, well, what would the regulators do with this data? What's the ultimate goal here? And the question of surveying the geology is about trying to understand whether the plant is built to adequately withstand the maximum credible earthquake that might be expected there. The lesson of Fukushima is they were expecting 8, they got a magnitude 9, and the disaster is obvious. So we operate, and my colleagues have already expressed it, from a core conviction that we need to as fully and thoroughly understand the seismic earthquake hazard to Diablo Canyon as we possibly can. That doesn't contradict at this point, the initial recommendation that we oppose what's before the Coastal Commission. The consequences of understanding that earthquake threat could be boiled down into three possible outcomes, and it's very simple, much more simple than it would be in practice. Either it's determined that the plant is designed to withstand the maximum credible earthquake and that we don't have to be further concerned about that. Or the plant is not designed to withstand the maximum credible earthquake and it needs to be fixed. Or that it's not designed to withstand the maximum credible earthquake and it needs to be closed. And I know there's deeply held convictions as to what should happen. I mean, there are people who have no problem. Carry on. Diablo is too important to worry about. Let it operate. There are others who would seek to close it tomorrow. But those are the decisions that are momentous decisions, that are consequential decisions that we have to have information to reason with, to consider. And we're operating here in a highly imperfect regulatory environment, framework. The way that this is organized and the way that it's been executed is not the way it should be as we look at how we should make important decisions about something as important and consequential as nuclear power. We're also operating in an environment where we are asked to choose a course of action when we don't have all the facts that we'd like to know. And that's a very difficult situation, but that's where we are, and that's what we have to do. So let me start with a string of ideas here that I think would be our position. That first of all, we start with the letter to state lands, which is on record at Coastal, and in our subsequent communication to Coastal indicate that the conditions outlined in that letter not having been met, that this board opposes the project before Coastal as it's proposed. Second, that we maintain a core concern that the earthquake hazard to Diablo Canyon is thoroughly and objectively analyzed. I think that's an important statement.